Hello and welcome to SirSmuggler's Let's Play, episode 8. I've been busy since last, and as you can see in the distance there, I finished the housing around my storage area, and I also built one of those nifty farms from forestry. So I didn't show you guys how to create those items, but they're all on the forestry wiki, so you shouldn't have a problem. So as you see, it's a nice farm. I was running low on food, so I had to do something. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail about that thing. Right now I want to show you something else. I'm gonna build another item from MineCraft called a filler. So we're gonna need a few golden gears, and you already know how to make those since the quarry. Gold. And let's see here if I remember this. I'm cheating a little, so I have a printout here. Crafting bench, table, chest, golden gears. You need yellow, dandelion yellow, whatever, from those yellow, from those yellow flowers, and thanks to my bees I have a steady supply of flowers. Okay, one more time. Gears, yellow, couple of ink sacs, and one of those land markers. Here we go, one filler. So I'm gonna grab that one, and I have found this nice little place that I wanna flatten out, and I realized I forgot something else I'm gonna need. But I'll be back when I'm ready to start using this thing, so you can see how it works. Just a quick stop by my storage area here on the way, if you want to see how it turned out, with walls and roof and whatnot. But nothing functionally has changed really. And I left some room here because later on I'm going to put up some stuff from advanced power systems to handle the excess cable and things like that. But that's for later. I need to find some more. Well, I need some obsidian basically, and I'm hoping this quarry will provide me with lots of obsidian, because the water is gonna turn any lava we encounter into obsidian, and the quarry will mine it for me. So that will be good. And I turned off 2 of my engines here because, well, it looks like 2 is quite enough to keep the quarry running at a good speed, so no need to waste fuel. Okay, so I'll be back again when I'm ready to start using the filler. So here I am, and I found this great little place that I want to use. And what's so great about this place, you ask? Well, it turns out we have 3 biomes meeting here. We have a desert, we have jungle, and we have a river. If we just activate this thing, you see I'm in a desert. Now I'm at the river, and now I'm in a jungle. And that will be awesome for beekeeping, because different kinds of bees requires different temperatures and humidity. So I'm gonna have a good mix of biomes available here in a very close area. So yeah, that will be great. So I'm gonna mark out a good area with these area markers that you saw me use for the quarry, and then I'm gonna use the filler to flatten out the surroundings and make a nice flat surface for me to build a little beekeeping house on. And I see the sun is setting, so I will be back when I'm ready to start. And I'm back, and I've marked out the area that I want to clear. It's a bit hard to see the far corner there, but it's there. Now this place is pretty far from my main base. You can't even see my house from here. So eventually I'm going to build a railroad out here so I can travel between them in a decent amount of time. But for now, let's get this started. I'm going to need to place the filler close to one of these area markers, and perhaps this one will be the easiest one to access, really. Knock that off and clear up some surroundings here. And let's get our filler and place it down right there. And the markers are gonna pop out of the ground, and you can see this little black and yellow stripes showing you the area that is going to work. Now I only use three of these land markers, so I define like a square. But if you use a fourth and place it above one of them, you can define a cube or an area. So area, volume of area of space. But for what I have in mind here, it's quite enough to just make it like this. And I'm gonna need to clear up a little bit of space here because we need to connect engines to this thing here to make it run. Let's do that. I have crafted up 4 steam engines and I forgot to bring fuel for them. Oh well. I'll set everything up and then I'll just run back home and get some fuel. So, how does this filler work? Well, the filler has an inventory. I'm going to fill it up with dirt for now. And then this area is where you define what kind of work you want your filler to do. And you use bricks and glass to do that. And I'm going to go with this. And this pattern means that it will fill up everything below the defined area with the materials you provide in this inventory here, and then it will clear out everything above the area. So I want to fill it up with dirt and make a nice dirt floor, and then everything above, any trees or whatever sticking out, will be cleared. So that's how it's gonna be, and you see it's a green light here, meaning it has work to do and it's ready, but it needs power. So I'm just gonna run back and get some fuel and probably sleep through another night so that we have plenty of time to get this going. So I'll be right back. And as I was heading back to my house, I saw that we are having a little bit of a problem here. Some of the source blocks have disappeared. And this happens to me every once in a while. I don't know, it must be something to do with the chunk borders and chunk unloading and stuff, but well, I thought chunks wouldn't unload in single player. So I don't know. I've never had any problems with this thing on the other side, but oh well. I'll take care of that in the morning. So I'm back to fix this little pump situation here. And I brought some buckets of water I'm gonna need. Now I could start placing water here randomly wherever, but as the pump is going it would just snatch those blocks up again. So I'm gonna knock this one off first. That way it's got nowhere to pump the water and it won't pump any water. So now I can... And looks like that was enough to make all of them source blocks again. And I need to destroy this to get out. Don't like that. Oh well. Now I'm probably gonna need to fix that again and again and again. But Railcraft actually has chunk loading blocks, world anchors I believe they're called. So eventually I'm gonna try using those here to prevent that problem. But they're kind of expensive. They require, I think, well, diamonds anyway. I don't know how many, but so it's gonna be a while before I try that. And we're back, and now I have some fuel with me for these engines, and let's see here. So I'm gonna put 5 in there, fuel in there. I hope this is enough. And need yet another torch for now. So let's activate these engines and see what happens. See, it starts placing out the dirt here, filling up this water. It's not extremely fast, but then again these steam engines aren't that powerful. And as you can see, you can connect an engine to another engine and it will boost the output of the first one, so you can like connect them like a train. So now I'm just gonna wait and enjoy the show. And we're almost done with the filling the area. And now it should start clearing out the next layer. I don't see anything happening. So what is going on? It's still green, so it should have work to do. And it's not using up any more dirt, so what are you up to? Oh, I guess it's clearing out. Yeah, here we go. So all the blocks it clears, it's gonna just drop on the ground like this. So I can run around and pick them up if I want to. Let's see how much fuel we have used so far. Not too bad. and I'll be back when we are done here. I went home to spend the night in my comfy bed when I realized something's terribly wrong here. I forgot to replace the pipe here. So this one is completely drained. Luckily, I did set up a backup system here, so my engines are fine. If I had not used the backup, I probably would have had a giant crater here instead of engines. So yeah, be careful with those engines. I'm just gonna check how this is going. This is everything, all the useful stuff from the quarry so far. So not too bad. Looks like we're not quite deep enough to start finding the really nice stuff. Gold and diamonds, of course, that's what I'm missing, and obsidian, because I want to avoid building using diamonds for a pickaxe right now. I got better uses for them. And once you get a few quarries going, you will have more than enough obsidian anyway. And we are approaching my little area here, and let's see how it goes. It might be a bit laggy with all the items lying around on the ground here, but I think we're doing fine. And how are our engines doing? They're doing fine. They still have plenty of fuel. So I'm just gonna run around collecting stuff. And of course the digger's backpack is gonna help me out a lot here. My inventory will probably be full anyway before this is done. But we're doing good. Shouldn't be too much left now actually, since the upper layers are mostly leaves anyway. There's like 1 or 2 more layers where we have some dirt and stuff. So yeah, I'll be back when we are done. And here I am at my pump again, and yet again we have some problems. So it would seem that chunks most definitely are unloading when I am away from my base here. Troublesome water. Do not like. And we're back at my little dig area here, and let's see how things are moving along. Little bit of lag. So how are the engines doing? I might wanna throw in 1 more piece of cold coke. And we're gonna be left with half a tree here. I'm gonna have to take that down manually because it would just look stupid. So yeah. And what I'm gonna do here later on is I'm gonna define the borders of the different biomes here. Mark them out so that desert, all the desert squares are covered with sand, and well, we'll see how I'm gonna differentiate river and jungle, but one way or another it's gonna be obvious where the borders are, so I can decide where I want to build my beekeeping house. And well, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you this episode, because me running around picking up stuff that drops is not that exciting to watch, and me building a house is not that interesting either. So I think this will be it for this episode. It's gonna be slightly shorter, but on the other hand I've had a few that run a bit too long, so it all evens out. So until next time, bye bye!